searching for James Holland. Believed to
Hello. You're listening to Midnight Movie Gang. It is currently 6:42 p.m. Night Movie Gang, Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. When do these movies take place? I just realized. They're in the not
future.
super.
Yeah, I was gonna say nondescript future.
It's the non super far future. I mean, might as well be today. But yeah, for those of you just tuning in, so I'm LC, your main host here, and I'm here with Joseph and Jack. Say hi, guys.
You know,
That's what I have to say. It's like
eyes bulged out of my head when I did that. By the way,
that's method. Your method.
Yeah. I've been leading up to this. I've been like I say, I throw VHS tapes on in the background when doing shit. Earlier today, I was cleaning the house and I had Terminator 2 on in the background. And I was rewatching Predator the other day. I'm excited to have specific conversations about it because in addition to being we're gonna do the whole what's your guys' history with these movies? I'm also gonna be what's y'all's history with Arnold? Let's just stop and appreciate Arnold for a minute.
You gotta keep the streak going, dude. You gotta watch Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, we gotta
watch Twins.
He's a friend of the show. Yeah. Outside of we've reviewed Predator and Terminator 1 and 2. Are there any other Arnold movies we've done, or is it just those three?
Man. No, I think that might be it.
This is the first. Yeah, this is the first one I've been a part of, at least.
Yeah, the first
if
Arnold.
I'm missing something, say I'm stupid in the comments.
The folks at home, and this is going to be episode 117. You know what I'm not looking forward to? I'm not looking forward to where we accidentally double a movie. It's we should talk about this movie, and then it turns out it was episode 5 or something.
No, it's a retrospective.
It's it's true. It'll be a revisit. We'll do some revisit. I feel like Speed Revisited is an episode I've had in the back of my head. I think I'm still mad. Speed again. Speed. More speed. Maybe speed. Maybe E means extra fuel.
Speed, but the E's are 3 for some reason.
So Speed 2 is considered one of the worst sequels of all time, but it does have one of the best titles. Speed 2 Cruise Control, and they're on a fucking
Control.
That's a good one.
And they're on a fucking boat.
Made history in one way.
So Speed 3 would obviously have to be a plane, right? That's the only direction. Yeah. Bus to boat to plane is the only logical. And what would that one be called?
Cruising Altitude? I don't know.
Speed.
I like that one. Losing Altitude's a good one.
Speed 3 Runaway Overdrive. I don't know. Fucking
Speed 3. It's in a fucking plane this time.
I can actually imagine it's Keanu Reeves in a wingsuit flying towards the he has to get on the plane. So he in a wingsuit he shoots through the pilot window and flies into the plane. That's how that would go down.
Hollywood, you listening?
Yeah. So today we are talking about 2 movies. We're talking about the 1990 American science fiction film Total Recall, directed by Paul Verhoeven, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's 2012. Technically not a remake. It is a new adaptation of the original short story. Although here's the thing, like Jack and I were saying before, the lady with 3 titties is not in the book.
But I feel like a lot of that stuff isn't in. We can remember it for you wholesale.
Yeah, 100%. No, both definitely add on. I think there is
on the reading for this one.
There is more there is more remake in the remake than I think they claim there with their reimagining status. First thing,
there's several direct references to the original to the point where it's why aren't you just you clearly want to remake the original so bad, so just do that. But want to beat around the bush. It's they're not being on Mars. I'm jumping ahead, but they're not being on Mars in the remake is the biggest, most baffling decision.
They mention Mars.
Interesting things.
Hey, the entire crux of the plot of the first movie that was extremely successful? Let's not do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very frustrating. We'll get to that.
So I'm assuming we might as well this might not be one where it's like we're not going to do a full breakdown of the remake, the story of the remake. Essentially, I think we should talk about the original, and then we're and then pretty much have a discussion about the remake and
it's pretty much the same story, just worse, and like literally every single way.
There are a few things I like. Here's the thing, like I said, I feel like I'm gonna be the defender. It's not a good movie. It's pretty mediocre, but I think it has some redeemable. There are some things I enjoy. There are some things I find kind of impressive. Also, I think it's better than a lot of the other like action remakes of this era. I think it's a million times better than RoboCop, than the remake of RoboCop.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Which I think
maybe out. That's affecting my. I'm only being this harsh because I knew LC would. I'm only comfortable being this negative because I knew LC would balance it out a little bit with a little more optimism than I have.
Like I said, no,
it's all right. We'll overcome them. We'll take the fort.
When I say I like things in the remake, I like two things. that's pretty much it. There isn't a whole lot to defend, but and one thing as far as like that I think is actually like an improvement. But we'll get to it. So talking about guys, tell me y'all's history with the original Total Recall. I don't know. I'm assuming. I think Joseph, we talked about using this for Jack. Had you seen this movie before?
The original.
The original.
Yes, this is my third time watching it.
Okay. So yeah, I want to hear basically a little bit of from this rewatch, like how much do you remember from your first time watching? Do you remember your first time watching it? Also, in addition to the movie itself, this might sound kind of weird. What's y'all's just like history with Arnold? I feel like something I kind of realized in the last few days of absorbing Arnold content is like he really is such a childhood figure to me. He's like
a big kid in everything that he's in.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Optimus Prime operate in very similar realms in my brain.
Basically the same person.
or like Joseph, or like Jackie Chan, where it's like I don't really get like you're an awful person, but I like when you do the whoa whoa whoa. I like when you do the ah.
Yeah.
Or anytime he just does like a stupid strong thing. Like at the end of this movie, like skipping ahead, but at the end of Total Recall when he pulls the fucking metal the arm out of the chair and stabs the scientist with it.
Honestly, there's something about him that always feels so surreal and out of place in every movie he's in for me. He's such a strange protagonist. Like he's not like he's a fine actor. He's kind of just known for like his face and his charisma and his giant, huge body. But like because like protagonists in movies are usually like everyman. Like generally, it's like, why is this man a bodybuilder? Like in this, it's like, why is this man a bodybuilder?
Yeah.
And
but he's so etched into like pop culture where you just immediately he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he's the protagonist. It's not like he's just some buff guy. It's like no, it's Arnold running around. Shooting innocent civilians.
Basically, yeah. I said that. I do love Arnold movies. I love Terminator. Predator was probably my favorite '80s movie. He's always been great. He's always been in the background. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I had only ever seen this movie once, and I completely forgot it. But this time, like watching it, I was a kid, but this time watching it, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like I really enjoyed it all this time.
Yeah, this movie, Joseph. Watching this, I'm like this has like everything Joseph loves in it, Like it's so many elements of so many different things. It's got a lot of cyberpunk, but it also has this like pop. You know what Mars reminded me a lot? We're gonna talk about it later. I felt a lot of Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like a cool fucking. It'd be a cool open world.
Mars to explore, and maybe you're like I was thinking a cool mechanic would be like you can upgrade psychic abilities, but if you upgrade your psychic abilities, you become more mutated.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like built for it. But I mean, I had forgotten that this was a Verhoeven movie. But if I remember anything about this movie, I would have remembered that. Verhoeven.
Yeah, that's what really stood out to me about this one. It definitely, because I guess my initial, kind of going back to like the first time I saw, a lot like you, Joseph. It's it's definitely it felt a lot more like, or I guess it was more, I guess, cognizant of it being a Verhoeven movie. So you start to see little bits of satire, and I'm like, oh, this isn't just Arnold running around shooting guns. I mean, it is, but
Yeah.
there's a little bit more
We'll
depth
give you
to
that
it.
too, but
Yeah. There's definitely like an intelligence. Another interesting thing. One of the main writer of the movie is Dan O'Bannon, one of the main writers of the original. Oh, and Ronald Shusett. Yeah, the writers of Alien.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes a lot of
That's
sense now looking at this.
Yeah.
there's so much crazy sci-fi shit in this movie. There's psychics, there's mutants, there's space travel to Mars, there's memory fucking implantation, there's like secret resistances, and
I like all the spy
the
tech.
remake has like half of that.
There's the
Aliens.
giant there's a giant woman suit that has
Yeah.
a little slot that pops out that's like a
Yeah.
foot long, so it should definitely pierce Arnold's head, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well-
Yeah, there's giant infant alien historic like mechanisms inside of Mars.
Mhm.
Remake has none of that. Remake references the cool 2 weeks lady,
Yeah.
and then gives you something way worse.
Yeah, that's true. It has her on a little ID. That's true. Also, the bit doesn't go for nearly as long. It's not as like kooky or crazy. I was gonna say also, Joseph, that what you're sounding like, everything you just said, kind of sounded like the Total Recall guy's pitch. Like, you'll go to Mars, fight ancient aliens, and have
Yeah.
a spy adventure. You know,
All the cool stuff about them. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. I
Which-
mean, do you guys? What's your guys' take on the Dream or not?
on whether or not it was real.
Yeah.
Jack,
Me,
you-
I watched this movie front to back, not even like I thought that it was going to be like the big twist reveal at the end, like, oh, it is, but like it I know it's left ambiguous, but I honestly can only watch it through the lens of like, this is all just recall, this is all just an implant, like a brain dance from Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
just
think
so real. Like, he tells him everything that's going to happen to him before the movie starts.
the thing about it that for me that kind of stands out is for me it's a dream, and I think it's made pretty clear, obviously, by like suspend your disbelief a little bit, of course, about like, Melina. That's
Oh.
I wanted.
wait, isn't damn? I literally just finished watching the movie. I think it's Melina.
Melina. I swear to God, I watched these movies. I promise.
Bad
But
with names, that's always my excuse.
but no, it's the like obviously like the way that she looks. I'm like, okay, yeah, suspend your disbelief a little bit. But then you like hear some of the other little things like blue sky on Mars or like the exact like objectives of the evil corporation at the start.
Yeah.
Like a like the little note about the double agent or triple agent, like right at the start when the doctors or the we'll call him a salesman, when the salesman was pitching.
Yeah.
So that one hit a little bit more. I'm like, oh, okay, this is more likely than not a dream, just because of the little things that are kind of peeking out there, not just the whole overarching plot.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it blatantly calls it all out.
Yeah, that whole little like the pitch is given is pretty much, yeah, they lay out the plot like Shaun of the Dead style, just like lay it out all right there.
It's honestly cool because the whole movie is like, it feels like Arnold Schwarzenegger's just a stupid video game protagonist, just having a great time, running around, tearing people's arms off.
Yeah, he
Anyway,
never,
did I interrupt? What was your history with this movie, LC?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's not the longest as far as like, I saw this movie too young. Most of like my mom like loves Arnold movies. They're always on, and growing up. This was always just kind of like one in the catalog of the Arnold movies. I remember I distinctly remember as a kid a lot of the rubber faces.
Oh yeah,
Simultaneously, they kind of freaked me out, but also I thought they were like kind of silly and just like the eyes bulging. Like, it's very violent and it is physically upsetting, but it's also like definitely a little goofy. But it's supposed to be like goofy and over the top. Is like Paul Verhoeven really does like has the perfect line between satire and serious, where
what
it's
is
like
it with Arnold where he has to be No, yeah, no, sorry, I interrupted.
No. I'm curious of the question. Wait, what? The ASC,
No,
what?
like, what is it about Arnold where directors just need to make a rubber version of his head to like do
Because
something to in
he
these
looks
movies?
he looks like he's made of rubber, and that's actually something I was gonna say about that reminds me of, I wanted to say about Arnold. He's one of the him and Jackie Chan. It's a realization I had recently. Have such distinct, like very drawable faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Arnold, that includes his body too. But as far as like as a kid, he's so recognizable. Like no matter what, like you're like, oh yeah, it's Arnold, or like it's the Terminator was I think was one of the first ones for me. But like he's like a living GI Joe. He's like a living action figure, and I think that's an element of like why kids in
He looks
particular.
like the Thinker.
Yeah. And just something else that I was thinking about with Arnold, and something I was realizing watching this, that I feel like as a kid I appreciated about a lot of his characters is that even though he's a big hulking mass of a man, and like his strength is a lot of how he gets through situations, he doesn't really play dumb characters. Like his characters are never meatheads. Like thinking about this movie, Predator, like at the end in this movie and in Predator, a lot of how he gets through his situations are through like outsmarting the bad guy and by like making intelligent play, or like Terminator. Obviously, he's a robot. He's got all this like knowledge and can do all this crazy shit. But like, even thinking True Lies is another one. Like as like he's like it's never just, and I think it leads to like Arnold is very involved behind the camera. Like with his I've seen like keep talking about Predator. Probably gonna mention Predator a lot. That's what we're talking as far as like the key. But I was watching the behind the scenes. Yeah, I was watching the behind the scenes of Predator a few months ago when Badlands came out, and I was rewatching the movies to get ready for that. And they talk about how Arnold, like he'd like when he wasn't shooting, he'd still be on set talking to people, talking to the technical people, like asking questions. But like he's like very involved with like the craft, as well. And I think that you kind of feel that between like his prior and I think you can tell that he has a really good relationship with the filmmaker, with like the directors and the people behind the like they always know how to like he's always just presented in the perfect way that he needs to, if that makes sense.
Paul, I think it would be very funny if every woman in the movie wanted to fuck me openly.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Right. But then what if I smoke a cigar right here? we blow up. There's
every single woman in this movie is attracted to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well that's also they make fun of that in Last Action Hero, a movie that maybe we should do one day as well, where he's like every woman in every Arnold movie is just like a supermodel. Yeah. But
he's surrounded by women giving him the eye at all times.
100%. Yeah, no, there's even that little joke. The woman, the skipping ahead a little bit, the prostitute with dwarfism towards the end of the movie, which she's all like, if you need help, let me know. Taking him.
I love the little group of characters
at the brothel.
Yeah, in the club.
Yeah. That's a club brothel.
Bad. Again, 2 episodes in a row. Hank from Breaking Bad. I should really know his.
Wait, was that Hank?
Yeah, the one with the one with the face in the brothel.
Yes, with the vagina face. Yes, it looked like a vagina face to me.
Yep, I'm glad that you said it because I was about to say it, but I was like,
We could be.
Yes. We really know this actor's name by now.
I was literally
seen him in so many things, and I've just never learned his name. That's the character actor curse.
God, I literally Dean Norris.
Yep. I see his name at every episode of Breaking Bad, and I never committed. That says more about me than you, Dean.
Part of me was like, is that a I was like, is that a Busey? Is that like Gary Busey's brother? Because I'm like, I thought first, is that one of them Buseys? Well, because you know what? I think part of it is because when I think Paul Verhoeven, one of the characters I think of is Jake Busey in Starship Troopers. And also, like, we were talking about Alien and Predator, Gary Busey in the Predator movies. Yeah, in Predator 2 as I think Peter Key is his name.
Yeah, you would think that we would complete the Busey trifecta.
Yeah, the Busey. Yes, exactly. The we should definitely just have like a Gary
Connect the
Busey-a-thon.
dots. Yeah,
I would just watch Point Break like 7 times in a row, and that would be my contribution. I love that movie.
They're surfers. Joseph,
Tap it on your hands and rub it on your face.
I was fucking you healthy, sir? I peel the skin off chicken. Joseph, have you ever seen Point Break?
no, I've never seen this, but I'm enjoying these random lines.
We got to do a Point Break episode. Point Break is so good.
And there is a sequel for that too, so that's the next one.
That one,
but-
I don't think that one would be as fun because that remake, like I said, like I know that remake was super trash, like not fun trash of Point Break. It was just like I don't know, boring in a worse way than the Total Recall one. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Sorry,
I don't know about that.
I'm trying to think if I have any other points before we start kind of breaking into the plot a bit. What was I talking about? Something with Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. One last thing I wanted to mention is that with Arnold, another just something else. I think like why we enjoy his films, like what he always brings to his films. We're talking about his acting. Yeah, vocally, I think it's a bit of a Keanu Reeves thing, where like he's not the best at delivering serious dialogue. Obviously, he has his quips, but I do think that he's very good at expressing with his face. Like even like having like memorable like in this movie is a great example. Like when he's not rubber, it fits because sometimes his face looks like when he's freaking out and shit.
Dude's got a massive face and knows how to use it.
Yeah, he's got very expressive eyes. Like one of the big we were talking about in Terminator. Like he spent a lot of time having a specific, like he said, looking like a shark, where his eyes would follow. Like his in the original Terminator. Like he I think he is like very skilled with his physical acting, and part of it comes from his bodybuilding and like how he's very aware of his body and like how to move it and how to use that big body. Has he directed Arnold? I don't think so.
He feels like a guy that would have directed because he was governor. These guys do everything, right?
He directed the state of California for a few years.
Very well, apparently.
Arnold. I don't think he
Director.
is. He's
What about the
definitely-
name of switch the name of the governor of California to director? I feel like that would fit.
Which they should. They absolutely should, and they should. Yeah. Every governor name should be changed to something appropriate to the state.
Yep.
So
Director
the potato
Gavin
of
Newsom.
Idaho.
The director Gavin Newsom actually kind of rolls off the tongue pretty well too.
Yeah. I you know what? I don't think he has directed anything, but I will say this though. He does also seem like the kind of guy who's like, if he's not going to be in front of the camera, what's he doing there?
Yeah.
I think is
Yeah.
No, that's true.
That's well said. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so getting into the kind of some of the more mainly talking about the original. We're going to mainly talk about the original. I think we're going to talk more about the original than the remake, really. Yeah. So this movie, by the way, it takes place in 2084, according. So fucking math. What is that? 58 years from now.
Years.
Yep. We're on Mars. The movie opens up with
Half of it.
yeah, for half of it, the second half, but the movie opens up on Mars, or in the dream sequence on Mars at least, where we see Arnold and Melina in some fancy Mars suits, some ye old 80s space suits, and they're hiking along the Martian rocks. And
Very, very 2001 inspired spacesuits. I know that's kind of the cop out, but you could see there are some influences that Verhoeven wears on his sleeve. But here, especially with what happens, it definitely feels appropriate.
yeah, very kind of I'm looking at it with the gold trim. 1 second, my computer. But yeah, with like the gold trim, and yeah, very also like a little bit of like Ridley Scott's Alien in there. I think with some of the strapping and stuff. Workman like.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I like the way everything in this movie feels very like practical. Like it feels like it would actually exist in this like 90s future. It felt like TNG a little bit.
yeah, I can see that.
Is that Verhoeven's like kind of clean future? It's like it doesn't have to be dirty to be dystopian kind of thing.
It's it's very functional. It's it's that 80s mentality of everything being very stark, like very like high contrast like designs and
Smooth
lines.
walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's my boy, and I feel like I mention him all the time, but it kind of reminds me of Del Toro a little bit, where all of his like surreal or out there sci-fi worlds or fantasy worlds, they all feel like they're right within the universe that they're in.
Yeah.
And just the detail when they get to Mars, they get to the brothel, everything is just, all the makeup is outstanding, all the characters, nobody feels out of place in the world. No effect, no makeup feels like it's, oh, this shouldn't be here, like, oh, this is a mistake, this is over the top. No, everything feels like it's within, lived in its world.
Most of the effects in this really, really hold up, like down to like, I mean, even if it doesn't necessarily look real, like the animatronic, the animate, like fucking, we're gonna get to Quato, dude. Like
Quato,
his little baby ass,
the way
like,
his mouth moved perfectly to match the words. Like, did you see that shit?
yeah, no, dude, it looks incredible. Or like
It looked like a real guy.
One that really got, actually, and I remember as a kid, it really freaking me out, seeing Benny's arm, his mutant arm.
Oh, Benny's arm's great when he rips it off and he just sees it. Like, it kind of reminded me of The Thing a little bit, just with like, just the structural, like organic. It's an arm.
I think the
like, moves very rigidly.
The lighting in that scene, I think, helped it make it a little. The Thing-ish too, because that scene I remember it's like that scene is lit by flashlights. Like, remember, they're being ambushed by Wato's dudes, and like it's all like backlit and shit. Yeah, no, for sure. Benny would also definitely be the, like, my favorite. He's the Skeeter, that's his name. Like Skeeter from Borderlands. Like, that totally be Benny's thing. Catch a ride, man. Man, I got 5 kids to feed. But we're so basically Arnold's face blows up. We talk about the rubber face, and then he wakes up, and he's in bed with his hot wife, played by Sharon Stone, Laurie. And you know, he's historically been having these like weird dreams about a strange woman on Mars, and like he's all about going to Mars. He's like, man, I want to go to Mars. And Doug Quaid is seemingly a normal guy with a normal life, although like
he never really, like, aside from like the adventure of it, he never really explains like why he wants to go to Mars. He just really want to move to Mars. Well, I mean, all these news stories about all the going on in Mars, like, it's personal life, man.
Yeah, that was really funny though. I remember like catching it. I am kind of stealing this from the Red Letter Media review. Like the first, like he sees this newscast of like 100 people bombed on Mars, and his first thing he says to Sharon Stone is like, "Let's move to Mars. Fuck it.
We have to get our asses to Mars."
Like go to Mars. I mean, I know it's probably like a subconscious thing, right?
Well, yeah. If we're okay, so like I mentioned, the original movie, I somewhat take more as like it's real. I don't think it's a dream. I think that there are some things. How do I put it? I think there are elements of the remake that have it, that to me like make it more seem like the remake is going for its moral fake. Where like there are certain things. So one of the biggest things in this one is that there are more than there are a lot more scenes where, like, how do I put it? Where I'm like, Quaid, why would Quaid remember that? Like when he first gets woke, like in Recall, and like he gets activated or whatever, and the Recall people like knock him out, and then they have their whole conversation about like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean he's deactivated? Like, why would we be seeing that if this wasn't real? Type deal.
Yeah.
But then again,
scenes where there are two
people. Yeah, where Quaid's not there,
where he's not in the room. I just see that as a plot hole, honestly.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though.
It's interesting because it's the opposite for me. I see the original like as leaning way more toward it's all a memory, and like if you like, it'll make you feel smart if you think that. And then in the remake, for me, it feels like a lot more like we're supposed to believe that it's all real.
For me, I think part of it is because the remake. There are certain convenience. Maybe it's because of stylistically, like the original is like just overall so much more fantastical, and like it has this more stylistic vibe. The remake, because the remake is being pitched in a more grounded way. When there's stupid bullshit, I buy it less. Like, for example, like one of the main things, the hole in her and his hand, right? I'm like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
what are the fucking chances that they got shot exactly
Holding hands.
in the
yeah.
middle, holding their hands, and it's gonna heal, and that like that's fucking stupid. But here's the thing, though. It in the universe of the remake or the reimagining or whatever, because that's a universe that's supposed to be closer to like real life, I find it stupider than if that kind of detail was in the original. You know what I mean?
That's kind of like what I mentioned earlier about like the world. Like you need to establish the world and establish the rules of the world. So when you have little things like that, you're just like, all right, come on. Like you can't just throw in that nonsense when you're spending the whole time trying to develop some semblance of, I wouldn't say hyper realism, but realism, because Total Recall Verhoeven knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like to its core, like yeah, call it a smart satire and escapism. It's essentially sci-fi slop. But
yeah. It works on two levels of being a stupid action movie,
But also having something to
and
say.
being a funny satire at the same time. Like it's two different movies. Whereas I
Yeah.
feel like the new one is just one movie and it sucks.
One boring movie.
Yeah, one bad movie.
One boring, hey, ain't capitalism
Two-
bad movie.
Yeah, two good movies versus one bad movie. It's
Shit
sometimes-
Somehow more boring Elysium.
Yes, a worse version of like 5 different movies, including Total Recall.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, we see Arnold at work, and it was once again another a shot burned into me as a kid seeing this movie, like when he's using the fucking drill, and he's just such a tank, like
You're
he's
like, oh, I
shirtless.
guess you can get doing all that.
Jack from Jack Cameron.
I guess that's why they call it that.
yeah,
Because it makes
it's
you
actually yeah, it's funny because the whole time leading up to the rewatch of this, I was hyping myself up because I thought it was Danny DeVito who played his coworker for literally like the week getting ready. I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to see Frank Reynolds with a jackhammer, and then it was another character actor who I'm forgetting the name of.
Who
That's
does
so
play
funny.
Harry?
I saw him and I was like, that should have been.
Was this before or after all
Danny
of
said
their
no.
movies?
Oh, the what movie, sir?
Well, is this before or after all of Danny and because Danny and Arnold made like a series of movies together?
They made
Twins.
Twins.
Who
I'm
else?
trying to.
Twins. The what's it called? The one where Arnold's pregnant. One second. Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's in that. He's in Junior.
Yeah. It's like he's one like they're partners or whatever. Yeah,
The only non-action movie Arnold movie I've seen is Jingle All the Way, and I fucking hated it.
Maybe hold up. You know what? Maybe I just did what you
Forgot
did,
he was in
Joseph.
so many like family comedies or regular comedies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. No,
Strange chapter of human history.
well, that was more late '90s, early 2000s. Arnold was them cashing in on like him
Real
being more
settled him down.
well
Yeah.
on more being a family vehicle. I think.
They tried to pull a tooth fairy on him.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Rock's kind of like later.
Pacifier.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, pregnant. Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant. I'm gonna get some
Those
weird.
movies always work out really well.
Yeah, it's Danny DeVito and Junior. Yeah, it's him and Danny DeVito. Wait, I just showing the. One second.
Such a great pairing. He should have been in It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I think they made a third movie together too, or I could be wrong. Yeah, that movie will permanently scarred me with the. Wait, hold up. Do you remember the baby from that
I've
movie?
seen that picture. I've seen that. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen that shot. So
Yeah. Back to. Okay, but yeah, Arnold's at work, and then so he's all like, oh, and on the way, he sees an ad for Recall on the train the train ride to work. Where it's like it's for those of you who don't, which by the way, if you're watching the spoilers for all we've been talking spoilers the whole time, but like if you don't, like for those who like maybe don't know and who are just listening to listen, Recall is like in both movies. Recall is like a service, like a memory implantation service that you go to, and like, hey, you can't afford to travel or you can't afford to have like a certain experience. Well, you come to Recall and you pay
your
for
brain feel like you did it.
yeah, we'll give you the memories of going to Mars or hooking up with Scarlett Johansson or whatever the fuck.
Brain dances from Cyberpunk.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
It is the brain dances, and Arnold goes there. Arnold's tempted by there because he wants to go to Mars, but his wife won't let him. Sharon Stone won't let him. we got to get the ass to Mars. So his not Danny DeVito tells him don't go there. They'll fuck up your brain. Which once again, that's another thing too is that like talking about kind of with both these movies. You can interpret the ending kind of in three ways, where it's like, yeah, one, it's real; two, it's all just the implant, or we're all in his head; it's all fake. But he's like going crazy because that's kind of like what halfway, like they insinuate is like, oh, if you go there, like they'll fuck up your brain, like you're gonna kind of hallucinate and all this stuff, and that could be what
makes sense to me because they like establish that. Like on one hand, it's like it's definitely like this agent trying to warn him from going there because it's a risk, but also it's just foreshadowing for if like through the other lens way of viewing the movie is that my opinion is that he dies at Total Recall or he becomes like horribly brain damaged, and he not Total Recall, Recall, and that's like his crazy hallucination. Like he is actually freaking out and screaming in that chair, and all this stuff's going on in like that 2 seconds before he dies.
I need to step away. You guys can keep going. Sorry.
Okay. Are you? I don't know if he's stepping away for permanent or. Well, you just
no, just for like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Rock and roll. I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, he did mute, so like, I feel like if he was gone, it'd be good. All right, cool, Jack. But what's it called?
Yeah, no, I honestly like. I know that both of these movies are totally meant to be ambiguous. Like, you can watch them either way, and it's kind of like watching two different movies. Mm-hmm. I honestly, this movie reads to me as just a dude playing a video game the whole time. Mm-hmm. It feels like that's what it feels like the whole time. He's just having a great time. That's one thing Colin Farrell does not bring. He's not just enjoying this.
No, Colin Farrell's not having fun. Colin Farrell's just trying to figure out what's going on. I think the only person having fun in the remake is Kate Beckinsale. I think she's having fun.
Everyone else is.
Yeah, like nobody else knows that they're supposed to be in like a dumb action movie.
Yeah, she knows what this is. She knows how this movie's going to perform.
Yeah, which really that's what I was gonna. The main good thing I think in the remake, I think she, in a lot of ways, like she's a fucking villainous, like she like in her behavior and like how she talks to him, but also like she has like her fight choreography is fucking badass. Like she's doing. All these like there was a shot of
more screen time than Bryan Cranston. Like she feels more like the main antagonist.
Yeah. Well, I think
after them like the whole movie.
The thing with her is that all they really did with her is they combined the Richter character and the wife. Yeah. Is what they did for her. Like literally they just fused the purpose of those two is like to make her like a larger like henchman character.
She's definitely a more interesting character than the wife in the first movie.
Yeah,
mainly just because she has more screen time.
Yeah, Sharon Stone doesn't get to do a whole lot. Also, another thing too is that like there's no way in the Sharon Stone fight, like there's no way you buy that Sharon Stone's gonna beat up Arnold. But no, Kate Beckinsale fucking throws down with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, Colin Farrell's no Arnold. Just body mass
for sure. But yeah, so Quaid goes to recall. He gets the fancy pitch. I always like the nice, just like little moments, like the what's it called, the concierge lady with her little multiple the digital nail polish was cool. Yeah. I always remember that.
Like that.
It's funny, interesting. The vibe of Recall in this is like it's like a. How do I put
a car dealership?
Yeah, exactly. It's
like agency or something.
It's more kind of like corporatized, like big, like trying to be fancier than it is. Whereas like they go for like a meditation spa vibe in the or like a bathhouse kind of vibe.
It's a big splurge. So there's a sales guy right there, and he's in your face the whole time, and you really like the sales guy in this movie.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. When Quaid asked about the guy who got lobotomized, he's like, "Motherfucker, why you gotta bring that up?"
We're safe. Yeah, we're safe now. No issues. We're safe.
But he brings up
fine now.
His totally not legally mandated chart of like, see how safe it is statistically.
He literally pulls up the company script. He's like, "My name is blank. We are safe. Okay, you're good."
Yeah, exactly. You sign this. Yeah.
Yep. Just one set on Mars in a blue sky where he's a Martian secret agent. Just going through the Wikipedia, and they're about to implant his memories, and he wakes up. Seemingly, he already had the implant, and it's the first time we see Arnold kind of fucking freak out. You know, like veins.
There's a shot where he goes under, and then there's another shot like right after that when people start running in, and like I feel that to me is like that's when recall starts. Like that's when the actual dream starts. Yeah,
when the plot really gets going. So they don't want anything to do with him, so they throw him in a Johnny Cab. I always forget.
Love Johnny Cab.
There's nothing.
I love that animatronic, the effects tied to it are so great.
How did I get in here? The door opened and you walked in. You rolls
Another thing, not in the remake.
Yeah,
no Johnny Cabs.
No, nothing as fun as it. There's so many like fun little things and memorable. There's a lot of little memorable moments like that like don't necessarily like little characters. This movie is very quotable. Also, that's another thing. All of the side characters are memorable.
Even the little, like the extremely little ones, like when he gets to Mars and the little girl who offers to read his palm, like the little like touch that he does on her chin when he gives her like the money,
a Mars quarter.
Yeah, it's just like little moments like that were like definitely thought of either by Arnold or by Paul or the writers. Like everybody, the attention to detail for those little moments of humanity I love it. It just somebody put thought into that.
In that moment, though, with the little girl, she says, "Hey, I bet I can guess your birthday," but then she just goes, "You're a Taurus, right?" And I wouldn't give her more than that. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, you had a 1 out of 12 chance. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, he knew he got conned. He was gonna give her the quarter either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
he just walks away and he's like, ha, "Dumb bitch."
Yeah.
fucking dumb kids. What's it called? What's it called? So the Johnny Cab. You know something else weird about the Johnny Cab? Why is it you're able to joystick control it? Like why is
why can you control it at all?
Yeah.
Aside from like an emergency stop.
Like I feel like
when an angry Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in, they're like, "Well, we got to be ready for this."
Exactly.
Yeah, Johnny's just like, "Okay, yeah, you can go ahead."
Yeah. That's another moment in this movie where Jack, are you pouring something?
Yes, I realized now. I was about to say it sounds like I'm peeing. I'm just getting a cup of water.
I
swear to God. I was going to say that
it's all good.
You have no idea.
Folks at home, just so you know, there's no pissing going on. But that's a strong stream, Jack.
It is a very strong.
Strong.
It's a very healthy stream. I mean, very healthy water fountain.
Yeah. Strong virile.
All I can say is I can't confirm or deny that he's peeing. I can only go off what he says, just like you, audience.
Just like this movie.
Anyway,
Quaid
is attacked.
Ambiguous.
Quaid is attacked by non-Danny DeVito, and some other goons, because he went to recall and like he's like, "You were activated when you weren't supposed to," and all this secret agents. And the first half of this movie, or you kind of like do, it's talking about multiple movies. The first half of this movie that's on Earth is still a fun like little just like chase. Like there's a great sense of urgency in this first half. Like he's on the run, like he is on the run from people trying to kill him while simultaneously trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And like he can't even like I remember when I was a kid, like the wife twist is really good, and he's like shocked and upset by it. You know, like he goes home, she's practicing virtual tennis when he comes in. I always remember that part.
Yeah,
she's like everything's like the VR.
Mm-hmm.
She has her little fight with her wife, and Sharon Stone is like good in this part. She's a good villain. And then we also get introduced to Richter, to Michael Ironside, who's a slimy bastard in this movie.
Michael Ironside is awesome in this movie.
Yeah. He is great, and I love the detail that like his wife is the one who
is assigned to be Howler's wife.
To pose as Arnold's wife, as Quaid's wife. So like another little Arnold touch, I believe, is that he's constantly being told how much his wife enjoyed having sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger instead of him.
The
little jab from his buddy, just like, "Oh, you think she hated every single time?" It's, oh my god.
I'm sure she hated it. Yeah. Fucking, I wouldn't want. He said, like, I wouldn't want that guy porking my wife. He said, "Pork, bring like porking, old school."
Yeah, bring back porking.
Bring back porking, for real. But yeah, no. So yeah, they get part Michael Ironside. So he's So basically, another whole reason for Michael Ironside to hate Arnold, just like that level.
Yep.
But yeah, no. So there's so they have a bit more of a chase. There's a scene. Ooh, so we get a scene where he stole a gun from one of the goons. So fun little trivia fact about this. So the 3D scanner or whatever, like the bones or whatever, like the X-ray scanner.
Awesome effect, by the way. That still looks great.
Great effect.
Like the CGI skeletons.
Yeah, it's all so that whole thing basically how they did that. I mean, pretty simple. On the other side of that thing, they just like basically videotaped like people walking by the other side, and then they just like matched the animation of the skeletons to them walking. Fun fact about it.
Sick.
You remember there was somebody had a dog go through it as well.
This is the one fact I knew about this scene, and I couldn't remember where I had heard it, but yeah, I do remember the dog.
I think I think I might have heard it from Mr. Sunday Movies.
That's probably it. Yeah.
That's by the way, Mr. Sunday Movies I think is the goal of what I want this whole platform to be. It's like one of my favorite movie guys. But anyway, recommendation. We need to do a collab. Actually, hey, Mr. Sunday, if you're out there, I will.
I feel like I'd be starstruck in a weird way.
This is just like you're an inspiration, sir. But sorry, we tangent all the time. I'm going to recommend if you want a fun YouTube review, look up Batman versus Predator, Mr. Sunday Movies. They show the whole they kind of make it into a motion comic and like narrate through it, and it's a lot of fun. But anyway, sorry. The fact is, the take that they used that they thought was the best take of Arnold walking, the dog that they had took a shit halfway through the take, right? And very quickly you could see there's footage like the trainer trying to get the dog to come quick,
it was like completely untrained too, wasn't it?
The dog. Well, no, I think the dog was trained. I just think the dog had to take a shit right there, and like, damn, that's the best. So that the shot they used, yes, they matched Arnold, but they kind of had to make up the rest of the animation for they kind of had to like put in the extra to make up because Arnold, like, it was the best take for Arnold was the one where the dog shit, so they had to kind of like
the dog took a shit.
They had to do some like little guesswork with the animation on that, but which is funny.
I'm gonna be honest, the dog taking a shit would have been such an awesome little Easter egg with Arnold walking
skeleton.
by. Yeah, and just you see the dog like as
the dog skeleton hunched down taking a shit.
Yeah, because that happened in real life. I wonder if like Arnold like looked back like something smells like shit.
Yeah, I mean it would have made this movie a little bit more lowbrow, but I have no problem with that.
Yeah, that's what the remake needed.
Yeah,
it needs the energy.
It needed dog shit.
It needed to fucking lighten up a little bit is what it needed.
That's true. It needed to not take itself so seriously.
Just take a deep breath, rip a joint, and you're
take
chilling.
A lap.
I just realized something about the remake is PG-13, but it still had the 3 titty lady. 3 titties is I guess okay for PG-13.
I saw the unrated edition and I watched the whole time. I was like, "This is PG-13. Like, what the what's unrated about this?"
Well, no. The 3 titties are still in the theatrical cut too.
I have no idea what the difference could possibly be then. And also,
it's like one extra. It's like another fuck from a deleted scene or something. I don't know. I'm gonna actually complain about. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's so lame that the remake isn't not an R-rated movie. I hate that they just made it like a summer teen blockbuster.
Especially since the original is so. Same thing with RoboCop. The RoboCop remake.
Such a down. I don't know why it never works out.
Yep, and the thing about that, I'm gonna go to the 3 boob lady for a second. Like when he goes to Mars, like, and he sees the 3 boob lady, like it's in a brothel with mutants. Like your brain's like, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Like it's a part. This character, like while it is played up as a gag, it's still something that's believable. Like within a brothel of mutants. There, it's literally just a woman on the fucking street.
Just with 3 boobs for no reason.
That's true, yeah. Like there isn't mutants.
She just has a deformity or something.
Well, I think the implication is like they're in kind of like a cyberpunk. Like I think she got the 3 boobs from what are the robot docs in Cyberpunk called?
The Ripper docs.
The Ripper, yeah, she got the 3 boob upgrade from a Ripper doc. Like I think I don't think it was a mutation. I think in the remake it's not a mutation. I think it's something she wanted.
Yeah.
This movie's not smart enough for
No.
Not that
There's no implication. No one else has like crazy augments either.
Well, the only reason
completely out of place.
The only reason I say that is because the aesthetic of the remake is way more Blade Runner-y. Like I think they were taking way
more generic. It's like generic sci-fi to the point where it's just like make a dystopian, like, hey ChatGPT, make a dystopian sci-fi city, and that's like it's exactly what it does. Like it's got like the specific line work to a lot of the art, like a lot of like the digital interfaces and stuff looks very it's all like super uninspired. But we'll get to the remake. We can't stop talking shit about the remake with everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so going back to the original, so he's being chased down by Richter. He gets away from him. He decides to go hide in a hotel. Arnold does. And whilst in the hotel, he gets a Skype call from somebody who claims to know him, being like, he tells him to go to a bank, or tells him, I'm trying to remember how he gets. No, he's going to be across the street with a suitcase, like across the street from the hotel, and go pick up this suitcase. And he goes and he grabs a suitcase, and in the suitcase there's a towel. Before he gets a suitcase, he has another little bit of a chase from Richter, and he ends up like in a big warehouse. And we're watching this today. I'm like, man, that's so mean. There's like a bunch of rats on a table, like because he's just like this man, and he just fucking swipes all the rats off with the suitcase, just like.
And that's after he told that old lady that tried stealing the suitcase to fuck off. That's another little detail that I love too. Just this poor woman that sees this sketchy suitcase on the side of the road, and she said, "Fuck it, it's not 2000. It's not after 9/11. I could take random things."
Yeah, No Country for Old Men hadn't come out yet.
And then Conan the Barbarian fucking rolls in and just like fucking pushes her ass to the side.
She has some balls too, like actually fighting Arnold. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, she thought she could take Arnold for reals. Yep. But yeah, there's in the suitcase. There's the device, the nose device we get to, a towel, a video. The spy watch. I wanted him to use way more. He only uses it once. The little
expensive effect.
The little that's true. The little shadow clone jutsu watch. Some gadgets. Like I forget. Like even down to like. This movie has like this section of the movie. This first half is like a fun little spy thriller kind of thing, and like the remake like just doesn't have
most of what it is.
He doesn't have any gadgets in the remake. Like why didn't they give him any gadgets? Like the clone watch, that would work.
There's no fun allowed in the remake.
They just make him an impervious superhero that drops like 3 stories. We got to stop talking shit about the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have an opportunity to talk shit about the new one.
Okay, so yeah, and. So he there's a little message from Arnold. He's like, surprise! Let me give you a shock. You're not you. You're me. No shit.
No shit. It's me. Oh, I love how like calm and like happy he is in the video. He's got this smile on his face the whole time.
You ever seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, The Sixth Day? It's about clones, and there's a scene where Arnold and his clone are like making weapons or whatever, and they figure out how to make this like certain kind of, and they're both like cool at the same time.
I think I've seen that clip.
Yeah,
I can see it makes so much sense why he was box office gold. Everything he does is entertaining. He's just not one of these. He's just so captivating of a person on screen.
You can't take your eyes off of him, you know?
Yeah.
Something I found that was nice. Like, say what you will about like him as a person. I have like from what I understand in the zeitgeist, like he's very nice to fans. Like he always like will make time to like talk to you and like take a picture or whatever. Like from what I understand, like he's very like like a very nice person to, like just like talking to. So
that's what I've heard.
Yeah. But anywho. So yeah, there's a fun. So we get the fun scene. He has to take the bug out of his nose,
That effect is also awesome.
Yeah,
Him just
in the rubber mask, like the bulging nose. I remember as a kid being like,
does look like it hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they really sold it. Yeah, but the Arnold's voice acting in the mask. Oh, and his funny look when he has the towel wrapped around his head, looking like a grandma or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets the bug out. He wraps it in some C4 and gives it to some rats. Which, once again, poor rats. I hope no rats were harmed in making of this film.
There are a lot of rats that die in this movie.
Yeah, like Richter, and like
hey, got him.
Copenhagen. But yeah, blah blah. So Copenhagen, Brainwash. Wait 1 second. Looking at the. Great. So yeah, so Hauser instructs Quaid to return to Mars, stop Copenhagen. So we get one more little chase scene from Richter and them, and Hauser goes to Mars. And yeah, as soon as we get to Mars, like I forgot how much of like a vibe switch, like how it becomes a way more of a what's the term? I'm trying to think of
faction, dude.
Yeah, Red. I was
play Red Faction.
Borderlands was kind of what I was thinking of. Like, I love the look of Mars. Is all I'm trying to say. Like, I like this kind of thing where it's like, yeah, it's just like a really poor worker state, and like
it feels kind of like
it's so cramped
world.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like this wouldn't feel very out of place. Like this whole movie, honestly, could be like
R-rated
It
Star
wouldn't take
Trek.
much to set it in Star Trek.
Yeah. If they did like a fucking HBO Max presents Deep Space Nine,
Yeah.
that would actually be dope. Hold on,
God, I hope.
like,
I wish and pray.
wait, how would that work? Maybe who would be good? I'm trying to think of like, what's like a modern sci-fi like.
I just want good Star Trek, please.
I'm trying to think who could do like
moderns.
I'm trying to think.
I would-
Should I go ahead, Jack?
I was gonna say, what's the one with is it Alexander Scar? There's the one. Alex Garland made it. What's the name of the series?
Are you thinking of The Expanse?
No.
The Expanse is okay. It doesn't. It like The Expanse is the closest thing I can think of to being like a modern.
Maybe. I'm just gonna say yes. That name sounds right.
I don't know, some kind of like our like hardcore Star Trek would be fun. But
Devs? Are you talking about devs?
Yeah, I think devs. I think that's it.
yeah.
I've heard good things about that.
But, with
Alex Garland, but
I like how
who knows?
cramped Mars is. Like all the cars, like all the cars driving around, like not just the taxis, but like or just people are walking right in the middle of these cramped
There's
streets.
no real roads. It's like a series of tunnels and halls, so
Yeah.
people and cars can just both go down them.
It's like an ant colony. It's like it's literally like an ant colony.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, so he gets to Mars. I like one of the first establishing shots we get where he's on the train and we hear just like some people talking about like, no, they just want our air, trying to feed. But then the Martians and they found that Martian shit. Well, you don't believe it's real, like,
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Is like I feel like there's a good amount of like they utilize the extras well, and like people like we hear little snippets of background and we see how people are living in like we see the people of this world and the internal politics, whereas like I was about to say in the remake, but we're not gonna there's a
similitude.
great world building is all I'm trying to say. And then I forget when do we meet Benny. We totally skipped when he gets to Mars, the lady suit. Do you want to talk about the lady suit?
Yeah, the lady suit. Yeah, the wig with the slot that comes out 1.5 feet from his head. That definitely should have been piercing Arnold's head, but just fuck it.
That's why it's fake. That's why it's a fake Arnold.
2 weeks. I like as Michael Ironside is walking away, he keeps getting distracted. Like, what the fuck?
It reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where he remembers fine dining and breathing, and then they get to ask for his name, and he's just like, "All right, well, time to melt."
Indeed. Yeah. Well, probably inspired by this movie. that clip. But yeah, then his whole head expands, and I like that. So the effect of the splitting woman's head's fun, but then also it's like it's a big rubber Arnold head once again. Might be my
Yeah.
That specific Arnold head might be my prop.
He's like making like a weird face, like, and just like moving in like a weird way.
And then he
It's
throws
the Arnold scowl, the Terminator scowl.
Yeah.
It's actually a reused prop from Terminator.
Is it?
No,
That's interesting.
I was about to say, like, I could buy that as far as like, because there's the infamous rubber Arnold head in Terminator 1. You remember the shot where it's like when he cuts his eyeball out.
Yeah.
And it's like a rubber head, except that rubber head looked like shit compared to this rubber, which James Cameron had always said like he hated how that rubber head ended up looking. Which I mean, it is a better, but it's iconic, you know, like it's
it was of its time.
Yeah, it looks like it's fun. I think I'm gonna watch Terminator after we record. I'm thinking like I want to keep my Arnold train going. But
feeling like a Terminator kind of night.
Yeah, Terminator 1. I watched the Blu-ray and last time I watched Terminator 1 was when we watched the VHS, Joseph. But I want to watch my Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's the last time I watched it too.
Yeah. But anywho, so now we're on Mars. Well, going to Mars, and then Hauser, or Hauser, I don't know why, Arnold, Hauser, Quaid, whoever the fuck it is. We meet Benny, and when we meet Benny like tricks him into coming into his cab, and there's like an explosion happening in the background while he gets into the cab, and he's like, "Welcome to Mars, man."
Benny might be like my favorite side character ever, or he's up there. Especially like the tonal shift when he turns when it is released, or when it's revealed that he is like a bad guy. He's working for Cohagen.
It's a
like,
really effective twist.
Yeah, and like the actor too, like his tonal shift. But there's still like the quirks in there as we see in the drill scene, which is my favorite scene in the movie, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But that actor's fucking great.
Yeah, he drops a little bit of the exaggerated facade when he reveals himself too. Because like he's playing up the whole thing of being the Kydra, it is like a bit of a performance, and the twist is actually especially crazy after you find out that he's a mutant, and it's like, wow,
because that you see it, that convinces the resistance, so it's like it convinces the audience. He was like, oh, I guess he's cool.
Yeah, which is funny because that's definitely something that Copenhagen thought. It's like, oh, like, well, they'll trust a mutant, so we gotta hire. You gotta hire a mutant.
5 kids.
With 5 kids or 4. Well, no, I'm not even married. So Benny takes him down to the and he finds out that he has to go to the strip club from a note that he left for himself in the safety deposit box in the hotel.
That reminds me of another. Okay, I'm gonna not mention this until we get to the remake review. But I love the little touch how he sees the note and then he rewrites one of the words on the note just to make sure that he knows. Like obviously,
that he wrote it.
Anybody, you can obviously just look at it and be like, oh, this is probably my handwriting. But no, just actually taking the time to write down the note just to make sure. Like that's another little subtle thing that the character is still figuring it out. But it's
it's also just it's a smart visual. It's just like a smart visual to like let the audience know like the deepness of the. What were you saying, Joseph?
No, I was just agreeing. It's cool.
Yeah, smart little detail. But yeah, drives him down to the what's the name of the club again? Do they say it? Go to Venusville. Blah blah.
I almost said the Titty Twister.
Is that what it's called?
No, that's from Dusk Till Dawn.
I really like the name of this club. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
One second. Total Recall clubbing. He's like, there's a nicer place down the street. The girls are cleaner and the liquor ain't watered down.
The Last Resort.
The Last Resort. That's a good one. But yeah, so because Melina works there. We get the iconic 3-boobed woman. Also, during this whole sequence, we kind of get some, as we see kind of more and more mutants, like we get a little bit more world building where it's like, Hauser's like, are all psychics mutants? And Benny's like, yep, comes with the territory, type deal, and just a little bit of world building there, kind of puts it all together. It's funny, the whole psychic. Why? So lack of oxygen and radiation exposure gives you superpowers.
I guess
it is. You don't just die.
It does.
You don't just die of radiation poisoning.
No, you just get cool mutations.
This isn't Sunshine, LC. This is real sci-fi.
this is the real.
You know,
this is the real world.
This whole movie has like several like comic book understandings of like sci-fi subjects, and I'm really a big fan of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
touch on everything.
I was gonna say there's an interesting mix of and actually, probably comes from Paul Verhoeven because he's fucking German or whatever, isn't he? Like, what kind of European is Paul Verhoeven? He's Dutch. He's Dutch. There's some sparkles of some like I feel like some kind of more European like science fiction, like way more old school understandings of like when it comes to like some of the concepts with the aliens and the like they're like almost some Dune elements too, just like. Yeah. Like there's some pieces of that old school kind of European sci-fi that I think is, which reminds me, we need to do a Valerian episode. Why haven't we done a Valerian episode?
Dude, I almost just said Valerian, and I was like, God.
Now we got
what's Valerian?
Yo, you haven't heard of Valerian and City of, and I know the perfect.
Oh, that one. That's with Dane DeHaan and some shit.
Right? And no, that's gonna be the loop because we got no. We're gonna double feature that with
so close to being a good movie.
We're gonna double feature that with Fifth Element. Because I got Fifth Element on VHS recently, and I want to watch it.
That's the way
directed by that guy.
Yep, Luc Besson, same.
Oh, it's Besson. Got it.
Yeah, Luc Besson, same deal. So underappreciated, I think filmmaker. Which
Fifth Element's amazing. Valerian is a fun movie to watch if you're really, really high.
Yeah. No, I've only seen Valerian once, and I definitely want to see it. The main thing I remember is the Jessica Alba aliens. Jack, there's a whole race of aliens in that movie that look like bald Jessica Alba.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's
and there's a Rihanna.
Yeah, and there's Rihanna. That sequence is cool too. Yeah. No, I don't know if it'll be next episode, but folks, stay tuned. A Valerian episode is coming.
Listen, it's not a good movie, but it'll be a fun movie to talk about.
Yeah. Plus, I think I do think Fifth Element would be a good pairing with that.
Fifth Element's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a million years either. So, millions of years, million-year alien reactor. So Quaid, we're in this club, three boob lady. There's some mutants. You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
Look who's talking.
No, they're just great quips. So he meets up with Melina, who's the woman he's seen in his dreams. She's all mad at him because he left, and he's like, I don't remember. It's the trope. I don't remember who you are.
And I love how her frustration in that scene is completely justified too.
Yeah.
Like when you put it into the context of like his relationship to the Resistance, it's basically just like, I think it's whatever. Like when you find like when his wife says 6 weeks, you're like, okay, this is believable. Like in the crux of the revolution, like right in the middle when everything's going down. Like
we're gone for a month and a half.
Yeah, and then he just comes back, and it's like, all right, well, you're back. Fuck you. Everybody died while you were just having
great.
sex
You're
with
back, and you don't remember anything. So what fucking use are you anyway?
Yeah.
Word. She's real. Yeah, she's real. How do I put it? I don't think. Is this a complaint? Then again, it's like we talk about like how women are in Arnold movies and stuff. Like I don't really feel much of a relationship, much chemistry here. With these two, Melina's character doesn't really have. I feel like I don't know. Beyond being the femme fatale, she doesn't necessarily have a whole lot to do in this movie.
If you're frustrated about that in this one, just wait until you see the other one.
Yeah,
I honestly couldn't tell the two women apart in the second one or in the remake.
Yeah. What's it called? But yeah, no, that's. I think the only romantic co-star that I've like bought is like a real relationship with Arnold is Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies.
Yep, that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but that has to be because that whole movie is about their fucking marriage. Anyway, but what's it called? It's I think my edible's hitting, folks. my weed chocolate.
Just in time.
Just in time
to get to Quado.
Nice. I'm about to swing to the bathroom. Actually, go to the bathroom this time.
Okay.
You guys can keep going.
Cool. We don't want to hear it
Live on the show.
We don't. Yeah. The real pissing versus the fake pissing. But what's it called? So we basically, I think from here we find out that we have to go meet with Watto. Or actually, no, that's not. She kicks him out. Is what happens now. Yeah. Actually, I think she kicks him out, and then we get
something happens with Cohagen, I think.
So, we get Richter goes and meets Cohagen, and it's the first time that we see Cohagen outside of his little newscast. And surprise, he's a big old dick. We haven't even. What is his exact role? Is he like the president of Mars or some shit?
Yeah, pretty much. He's like the CEO of the company that owns Mars, I believe.
Okay, that makes like the domes or whatever.
Yeah. He's functionally like the despot of the whole planet.
He's in charge of the Mars branch of Weyland-Yutani.
Yes, exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Can I talk about one more?
About it.
Yeah.
Can I talk about one more scene, which is right around this part, maybe just a hair after, when Richter's chasing him and Melina. Damn it! I was gonna call her melanoma for a second, and I realized
Oh no!
It's not good.
It's the Mars sun. The red skin.
Yeah, but no. In that scene when Richter is chasing him, and he's about to pull the gun and shoot Arnold when he's on the edge of the dome, just like the hesitation, or it's either him or it's his little compatriot in that scene. Arnold's just his little buddy, but no, he's just like on the edge of the dome and he's got a clear shot to kill him, and then he's like, "Fuck, there's the dome." It's another one of those little things that just reminds you of the situation that they're in, the world that they're in up on Mars.
I do really like that.
Yeah, a couple of times at this point we've seen there was, I think the first big action when we get to Mars, like some soldiers get sucked out into Mars air. And
they fucking explode
pretty violently.
Because Mars is a vacuum in this movie, by the way.
Jack, something that not to,
you guys didn't hear me pee, right?
No, didn't hear you pee at all. But
just making sure.
I just realized something. I just had a realization with Luc Besson. So I was just thinking about old sci-fi and all this stuff in Mars. If they ever tried to do John Carter again, Luke,
as they should,
Luc Besson, I think would make a kick-ass John Carter movie. As far as like,
he's still making movies. Didn't something happen with him?
I'm
pretty sure he got canceled. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't remember for what.
I think Luc Besson, his last movie was that Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, or it's like all of her fucking brain power.
Valerian was his last movie.
1 second, I'm on his Wikipedia. Let's see.
It's for what you might think it is. The allegations.
You've made it as a filmmaker when your filmography has its own Wikipedia page. You can really stunt when oh wait, that's the wrong. Hold up.
Yeah. On the side note, while you're looking it up, I looked up Luc Besson canceled, and the AI review said Luc Besson is not considered canceled in the industry despite multiple sexual misconduct allegations and a long legal battle. I'm like, hold on. Isn't that the reason you would get canceled? But whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
He did. Luc Besson's last movie was a French adaptation of Dracula in 2025. I have not heard. I have not. Caleb. Oh wait, no. I have heard of this. Caleb Landry Jones is Dracula. Christoph Waltz is what's it called? Christoph Waltz is Van Helsing. In it.
Oh damn.
Isn't that was Luc Besson? I know it was. Yeah,
I had no idea
because I heard it was ass.
I heard about it, but I had no idea it was Luc Besson.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that was what's his name? The guy who did Elvis and
Baz Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, I thought it was Baz Luhrmann for some reason. I was like, Baz Luhrmann's Dracula might be good, and it might be awful. But then I found, but it was Luc Besson. But I heard it was bad either way.
Yeah, probably. That makes me somewhat interested in. I never even watched the trailer for that, so now I might take a look. What's it called? So back to Total Recall. So okay, we're on Mars. So yeah, I wanted to make sure you're here to talk about this scene. So now, he gets kicked out by Melina, and he's in his hotel room. And a man shows up, and he's like, "You're actually dreaming right now."
Big fan of this scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's when that gun by the dome scene happens. It's like right after this, but this scene's awesome.
Yeah, no. So it's like this guy who claims he's like a psychiatrist or whatever is like, you're having a paranoid schizoamnealism or whatever, and he's like,
it's convincing too.
You're gonna, yeah, no, it really is, and you see that Arnold is like freaking out about it, and then it's like, if I won't convince you, then maybe this will. And like he brings in his wife, seemingly not being murderous. How do I put it?
Yeah, I love the gun thing, and I love the bead of sweat. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't remember any of this, and I was like, "Whoa, it's so cool."
The only thing about the bead of sweat, though, that actually, never mind, scratch that. I was gonna say, like, the bead of sweat, like, wouldn't anybody be nervous with a gun pointed to the head? But it's like, well, no. If it was, because he mentions it. If he mentions like, oh, if you're not real, then I could kill you. Never mind. So ignore
like,
me.
You can't kill me, but you just be screwing yourself over. And he's just like a little, like, tiny bit too frantic about it.
I know we're gonna talk about it later, but this is making me realize that like this version of this scene in the remake is so much worse because they try to pull they try to pull a lot of those kind of things like why are you wearing a bulletproof vest then? And every time he says something like that, he's like, because your mind put me into it.
Yeah, because that's what your brain wants me to do.
Exactly. And it's like,
and it's so unconvincing, and it goes on for so long.
It's just a cop out. Yeah, but anywho, so yeah, we get this whole scene where it's like, are you actually asleep or are you not? And yeah, so the psychiatrist sweats, showing that, like, oh, he's afraid of dying, so Quaid shoots him, and then we get a little fight scene with the wife, and then Quaid kills Sharon Stone.
Yep.
And then when Richter
consider it a divorce.
consider that a divorce.
Psychopath, actual sociopath.
there's another little chase. And then we start a chase scene with Richter and the goons, and Richter is extra mad because Quaid killed his wife. Real more reason for Michael Ironside to be mad.
He's definitely like determined to kill him at this point.
Yep. Quaid and Benny book it back to the last resort, and fucking they have a secret passage in the back of the club.
Yep.
And during the scene, Richter and his goons have a little scene. He shoots the three boob lady. I think he kills her. And then what's it called? And then basically he just kind of like tortures this club of mutants. Like he's has them all hostage.
Yeah, this movie has an incredibly high collateral damage / innocent civilians killed ratio or count.
You gotta use those squibs somehow, man. You gotta use them on somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Verhoeven loves his squibs, like his violence and his squibs.
Me too.
all the squibs. So yeah, so we're in. We're in the underground tunnels, heading towards Quato. It is Quato. Yeah, Quato.
Quato, yeah.
Who basically the plan is there's information in Quaid's head that's like dormant that Quato's going to be able to get because he's a psychic.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot.
Quato's been here the whole time.
Yeah, but he's been one of the guys in the bar the whole time, kind of.
Maybe Quato is just the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
I feel like you'd definitely be able to see Quato through that guy's shirt.
Well, no. He like forms out of him because he takes his shirt off at first, and he's got a Quato like he can turn Quato on and off. You know what I mean?
The blood in the Quato.
Yeah, like he bursts him out of
his brain, so he goes like kind of comatose.
Yeah.
Only one of them can be active at any given time.
Yeah, that's how they definitely make it seem. They share it's like two souls sharing one body type shit.
Such a great puppet though.
It's
got like a voice you wouldn't expect it to have too.
This raspy little voice. It's so moist and wet. Moistness helps things feel more alive and real for sure.
And again, they put in the time to like animate its mouth to work like perfectly. Like it looks like a character speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it reminds me of The Thing once again. The Thing is very, very good with that. We're all like, again, my first thought is, of course, besides like the puppet, like when like the hands go in for the defibrillator, but also like the dogs at the start of The Thing, where it's just very gross, slimy, and just all the little details of the puppets there.
So, fun fact about Quato, I'm learning from Wikipedia right now. It's the actor who plays the man, who is George. His name is George. I don't remember them saying his fucking name at all. But the actor who plays the dude, the man, is also the voice actor of Quato. so
That's crazy. That's cool.
he does wave voice. But and also, something I want. It's interesting how Wikipedia actually describes. Be back in a second. Wikipedia describes them as conjoined twins because it says Quado is the mutant leader of the Martian Resistance, conjoined to his twin brother George. So that's how Wikipedia is defining
Let me introduce you to my brother Quado.
My bro.
Talk about the short end of the stick. Who do you think got the short end? The psychic monster or the guy that carries the psychic monster?
I think I'd rather be the guy that like walks around and isn't in a shirt all day.
What?
Touche.
You'd rather be, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Walking around and then you have your man baby brother come out of your stomach.
You just take care of your little bro, you know?
What do you think?
Feed him Cheez-Its and stuff.
Now I just have this mental image of George.
They're like laying on the couch and he's fucking like, you thirsty, bro? You just pour a little.
He's just at like he's just at like a diner and asks for Coke and he says Pepsi okay and Quado's just like no.
Dr. Pepper. Or what if, like, do you think, because Quado has little hands, do you think they, like, play video games together? Like, I got 2 Joy-Cons here. You think they play video games together? Like, here, bro.
They both, like, at half mental capacity while they're playing, so... They're, like, playing Mario Kart, just, like, running into walls and stuff.
Yeah, but great puppet design, very memorable. Also, and once again, this scene is just so much better than the fucking version in the remake because, like, they're saying the same shit. He's saying, a man is defined by his actions, not by his.
Yeah, but it's so much less cool.
like I don't know. It's fucking Bill Nighy doing his shitty American accent. Like, I'm not convinced as much as this like man baby protruding from this man's chest.
Bill Nighy's terrible. I gotta stop talking about the remake.
We'll get to it. It's soon.
It's just gonna be us scratching it. We're barely even gonna like go into the plot.
Soon.
Just gonna talk about all the stuff that sucks.
But I like the little shake that Quado does. Does when he grab my hand. I feel like Arnold didn't hesitate enough to grab his hands. Like
it's like.
Honored. I'm honored to grab your hand. No,
it's a weird little wet.
You're too enthusiastic.
His wet baby hands. I'd be like, I don't know.
Give me a kiss.
Hey, what if that's? I'm sorry. What if that's how he has to, like? I can only empty your mind. I can only do it if you kiss me.
We were through an open mouth kiss.
You must put my little baby hand in your mouth. This weird shit.
I'm literally never gonna watch this movie the same way again. Thanks, guys.
But as a kid, I also definitely remember the whole empty your mind.
Yeah,
definitely big weird scene. But yeah, so
on to fall asleep.
Yeah. So he unlocks some McQuaid's memories of Hauser, and the main important thing is there's a big alien Martian machine underground that we don't necessarily know what it can do at this point, but like it has the power. It's like Cohagen doesn't want to turn it on because it's going to destroy all of the fucking unobtainium or whatever. Because that's the thing. He's mining. He's
also the one. He's also profiting off of people not having air. So like if the mines is transformed, then he's completely dispowered. Like he has no power anymore.
Yeah, the machine. We find out the machine can basically will make Mars air breathable. We'll give Mars a breathable atmosphere, and Cohagen would lose all about blue sky on Mars. But what's it called? So he has the vision, and in the middle of the vision, the bad guys show up, and while George he's like, snap out of it, come on, we have to go. Like he runs with his baby and his baby brother, and let's see here. They get got by Richter and the bad guys. and Watto gets killed, and it's really sad because he turn on the reactor, save Mars, and there's a sad slow-mo shot of him getting shot in his baby head.
Yeah.
We're
just gory enough to not quite like just to kind of tip the scales in the ridiculous and maybe a little funny.
Yeah, it's just part of it is like, how do I put it? I think the reason why there's a funny element to it is because like it's so ridiculous, but it's executed like in a way that's so believable, you know.
Yeah.
Like it just perfectly rides the line so well. Like Paul
He's
Verhoeven,
so great.
he's the master of because it's the same thing.
He's still alive, right?
He's still alive.
Is he still directing? I want to see new Paul Verhoeven movies.
He is old as shit though. He's 87 years old. So
Yeah.
Okay.
He directed Elle. Elle was the last movie that I remember.
Hell.
ELLE.
let's see. I'm looking at this wiki. I would show it, but something's wrong with like my little my window that shows my computer. That is not what my computer screen looks like. But I don't know what's going on. So sorry, folks. You don't get to see.
You should probably get out of that little beat TV. Maybe you'd have better connection.
Exactly. It's fucking up my shit. There we are. Benedetta, 2021 biographical psychological film. Yeah, Elle was 2016. And his last movie was
It's completely under my radar. Are they good? I'm getting a bad vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is either really promising or really not, which is
Yeah.
the same thing for a lot of
Either
things.
a
But
gem or a
reception of
disappointment.
Benedetta. I mean, Benedetta has 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Okay.
you can.
Why have I not heard of these movies? Am I stupid?
I don't think no. I don't think this movie. Looking at the thing, I don't think it's a French film. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
It's a French. That's just why we haven't heard of it because we're dumb Americans.
Dirty American.
Yeah.
yeah,
Actually, it looks like it didn't get a wide release in America at all. So yeah, our dumb American asses. But yeah, Watto gets killed. It's all sad. And then we get the big reveal now that it was actually Hauser, Arnold Schwarzenegger before the brain fucking the recall, the brain messing with is he was in on it the whole time. It was Hauser's plan to erase his memory so that he could be the perfect mole, so that to get past the psychics. Because like, hey, if he doesn't remember, if he's a whole new person, then they can get past the psychics and find Watto. So really, he was a triple agent the whole time, pretty much, like the pitch said. And then what's it called? So right now they wanna erase Quaid's. They want to put Hauser's scan of Hauser's brain back into Quaid so he can have his body back. And in a really fucked up scene, they talk about how they're gonna make Melina. They say like, we're gonna make you fucking docile and
a sex slave, basically.
make you a sex slave. Like he's like every woman should be, and he's just such a fucking
It's
slimy.
a little extra gross right at the end.
He's such a slimy bastard. He's most of the politicians in this country right now. Fucking just piece of shit. And I like how he dies in this movie. But what's it called? Joseph, what are you grabbing? Oh, it's a cat.
Yeah, I gotta retrieve my cat from the bookshelf.
Rock and roll. But okay, I'm not gonna. I guess I'll. Blossom is napping really comfortably over in the beanbag, so I don't want to disturb her. Blossom, the second host of the show. But yeah, so we mentioned the scene earlier. They're in the recall machines, and Arnold with his super strength fucking pulls out the arm of the chair, stabs the scientist with the fucking big screw and stick, and then he proceeds to violently kill the fucking scientists. He breaks Melina out. And then they start making their way to the reactor to turn the reactor on because Quaid had the vision. And then Jack, you said you want to talk about the scene where we get the second run in with Benny. They hit a wall, a brick wall, and then behind them is the big bulldozer. Which that thing is a really cool design. The big bulldozer drilling machine.
That thing's in red faction.
You know, Benny's driving, just like screw you. And Arnold and Melina's running to come. And Jack, you want to talk about this scene?
It just reminds me again. I'm also stealing this from the Red Letter Media review, but it feels so apt. It's the comparison was made to Indiana Jones and the Indiana Jones tank scene.
Oh yeah,
where he's basically just climbing along and like trying to penetrate it in whatever way that he can, and of course the screw you.
Yeah. Remorseless, multiple murderer, just like Indiana Jones as well.
yeah. Period.
Noted superhero Indiana Jones, definitely not genocidal maniac Indiana Jones.
Word. Well, he was mostly he pretty much only killed Nazis, so I think I'm fine with that.
That's fair.
But what's it called? Because official opinion of the show: Nazis are bad.
Yeah, hot take.
Official hot take. But anywho. I remember in watching it this time, I forget how like they start getting cut up by the machine. Like even Melinda a little bit, she starts getting fucking cut up. But Arnold grabs like a little hand. I say a little, it's huge. It's like a giant hand drill, but he's Arnold, and he stabs Benny through like the little door or whatever. And we don't see Benny get cut, but when he pulls the drill out, it's all covered in blood and guts. But then they make their way to the reactor and they see the big Martian reactor, and Quaid gives a lowdown of like all of Mars is ice under Mars. It's all ice.
So what happens once all the ice is gone?
He melts the ice. What do you?
Yeah, just gravity just doesn't work to the point where if you melt the core, like, all right, well, everybody can breathe. Bad news is gravity doesn't exist.
Bad news is there's way less gravity.
Yeah, you're burning up the mass of Mars.
Yeah. But that's true. Well, it's all just going into the atmosphere. So we get our final kind of fights with the goons. Quaid uses the Shadow Jutsu watch. Once you think it is Quaid, it is. Shoots him. What's his name? Michael Ironside gets disarmed on like they're fighting on like a little elevator.
He gets literally disarmed.
See you at the party. And then
again, a fucking psycho.
Yeah,
same person.
Indeed.
Another great line delivery from Arnold.
Oh, yeah. Just all aces, all of his lines. But then, they have like a little final shoot down with, I was about to say Doug Jones, because it is the same actor who plays Doug Jones in RoboCop, the guy who plays Cohagen. What's it called? So they shoot out a window. And when they shoot out the window, Quaid activates the reactor as they're getting sucked out. But Cohagen gets sucked out immediately. And he starts to convulse, and he dies in seemingly such a painful way.
Those effects are insane.
Yeah,
the inflating heads.
I really like how spastic the movements are of them. Like they're really like freaking out while they're
really unpleasant.
Yeah, it looks super super painful.
Arnold's eyes bulge out of his head more than they usually do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's just they didn't need a mask for it. They didn't need effects for that. Arnold could just do that with his face. But what's it called? Melina and Arnold get sucked out, but the atmosphere machine's going. It's building low. And something I forgot is how it just smashes all the fucking windows on Mars.
Yeah. Thank God it made aim too.
Yeah, it causes some collateral damage while it's fucking putting the atmosphere back in.
Speaking of the damage, I really like how they cut back to and from like the people that are on Mars and like the town or city on Mars. Like it's not like an angry like pretty much like revolution end of the world kind of deal. It's like everybody's just like, wow. They're all suffocating. Like they're all
falling asleep.
Yeah.
All they're just passing out, getting ready for the inevitable. Like, what else can you do, right?
Yeah. They're just cutting down the resistance just by just cutting off their air.
Yeah, just hella fucked up, letting them choke. We're gonna get to paying for air soon. We'll have to pay the air the fucking air bill.
Air tax.
It's coming.
Air fee.
Yeah. Paying to breathe is on its way. Anywho, so Mars has an atmosphere now. It's got a pretty blue sky, and Quaid and Melina are looking off to the Martian horizon, a whole new world to explore. and he's like, "Wait, I just had a bad thought. What if it's a dream?" And she's like, "You better kiss me before you wake up." And that's the end of the movie. And part of me was like, is there going to be like an extra twist where it's like that he does wake up type deal, which very well could be.
Nope, it's ambiguous.
It's supposed to be ambiguous, but you can take it however you want. It's a happy ending, really.
Yeah.
It ends perfectly.
Yep.
It ends like it's got the hero,
Doesn't
like obviously
lean
the
too
hero,
hard one way or the other.
Yep, it's just one little line, but it's played up for just a satisfying conclusion, and it lets you have the conversation with people afterwards.
Exactly.
It's not.
It
doesn't.
It's a great pre-date movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's Total Recall.
I have one question for you, Elsie. You got the Wikipedia in the background. What does it say at the end? Does it like provide its own? Does it just like say, "Oh, it's ambiguous"? I've always been curious about what it says.
As everyone beholds the now blue sky, Quaid momentarily wonders if everything was a dream before he and Melina kiss. That's how Wikipedia has it. So pretty much
that's true. That is how it ends.
Yeah, like the literal last shot. So I think which to me still reads as like it can be ambiguous. Like maybe it's a dream, maybe it's not. The way I interpret both of them, I feel like we obviously the opposite opinion, but like the way that this movie makes me feel is that it's real at the end, and the way the remake to me reads more like it's a dream at the end. But that's just kind of how everything ends up, kind of too perfect. But like, we'll get to it. Like because like I said, I think the thing about it is that it's more realistic that shit would still be fucked, and because the remake, it would feel more natural to me that the remake had that darker ending where like it actually is all a dream and he's lobotomized. Whereas like because this movie, I don't know, like especially because Paul Verhoeven movies also usually like he usually ends on a lighter, like RoboCop ends on like a lighter note.
Starship Troopers, even though it's fascism, people are smiling.
It's its own kind of they get the brain bug.
Yeah, it's like a happy sad ending. It's like a happy. Should we be happy about this ending? Just like Starship Troopers. I think for me, I think the reason I'm so staunchly like it's a dream is I think the concept of recall is so like core to the identity of this movie, and then the amount of time spent on explaining what it is and how it'll feel and like what all will be in the dream. It just makes way more sense in my head.
This one is a lot more centered, or at least the narrative, or I mean, maybe not the narrative, the dialogue. It is a lot more recall centered.
Yeah, what it is in terms of it just being like a spy story, it's just it's doing something. Like we set up what it's supposed to do, and then it does something completely different. So it's like, why would we spend all this time? Like I know it's supposed to be ambiguous, but to me, it feels like that's the ultimate twist. Like that really ties the whole movie together at the end for me.
Yeah.
This was just him looking for some adventure.
Yeah, I'm on this. You and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
But I respect your. I think LC's interpretation is equally valid, though. To be honest.
Yep.
But...
Yeah, it ain't about the destination; it's about the journey.
It's about the time that those guys' arms come off.
Yeah.
All the dead civilians. They get horribly murdered.
The gore, the exploding heads, all of it.
The real lesson was the three boobied ladies along the way.
Needing free hands.
Yeah. Maybe I just realized it's a line that makes sense for Benny to say, but in the remake, like, why would that be her? Like, it's kind of a weird pitch for her. Make you wish
the
she had
studio
3
was
hands.
like, make it more like the original. Make more references to the original.
Yeah. So that was the original Total Recall. Go check it out. It is not streaming for free anywhere. Not even on our Lord and Savior Tubi. It's very worth a rent. It's also it's easy. You see this one on You go to a couple of Goodwills, you'll see this one secondhand on DVD, no problem. It's one that pops up. So check out Total Recall. Oh, it's on Paramount Plus if you have Paramount Plus.
There you go.
But yeah, now let's talk about a little bit the remake. So we're not going to go through.
Wait! We got to do the prop first because I want to claim. I want to claim the prop before you guys do. I'm taking Johnny Cab and I'm running away with it.
The whole Johnny Cab.
That was
the whole
that was
Johnny
considered.
Cab.
Okay.
Dibs.
I would love to have a Johnny Cab, but you can have that. My prop is Arnold's exploding head, like Arnold's inflatable head, and I would have it fully inflated in like a glass box.
Like
That's a good one.
you're talking about his, not the woman head, but his head.
No, in the when he's in Mars and his head is expanding.
When his head is
that rubber head
with his eyes bulging out and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one. Here's the thing. I was gonna pick Arnold's head when he's inside the woman's head and he's just got like a weird look on his face. But I don't want to. I don't want to choose
effect.
I don't want to choose Arnold's. I don't want to choose Arnold's head in any state because he already chose a different Arnold's head.
I mean, we can both have Arnold heads.
No,
and they can meet on the weekends.
I want something else. Let me think. Maybe I'm trying to think if there's any cool tech, like in like later in the movie. I really
Quado.
I
really like the projector, the person projector.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is. Are you talking about the watch?
Yeah, the watch.
Yeah, the watch. Yeah, that could be.
My second choice was a different Arnold head, the one where he pulled the bug out of his nose.
Oh, that's a good
And it
one
would have
too.
the bug like halfway stuck up the nose.
Shit.
All right, so it sounds like let's all just do 3 heads. You get the bug. You get the bug. Elsie gets the eyes, and then I get the rubber head after the lady's head gets taken off.
Sure, that works. I'm trying to think of just something physically that's just so iconically Total Recall. I think maybe one of the recall chairs.
Yeah.
But if you could convert that into like a comfy, actually, yeah, that's what I want. I want a Total Recall chair, but as long as it's comfy. like I'll sit there and watch movies in it as long as. Wait, no, actually, I want a Total Recall chair, but I want it set up like a gaming chair. Like it's got like the controls, and dude,
Very comfortable. I'm gonna be
dude, like, and I just play fucking No Man's Sky VR and that shit, and then that's it.
Recall.
Yep, I want the chair. Okay, so the 2012 reimagining.
Do we have to talk about this?
We're not going to go through the plot. Here's what we're going to do. I think before we just start talking shit about it, I just want to talk about all the differences there, like just plot structure. Obviously, it's PG-13 instead of R, but as far as like the actual differences in the story, the biggest thing is no Mars. There's no Mars in this version. What?
And when I realized that, I immediately turned against the movie.
The whole thing is based around in this that the world is irradiated except for Britain, England, and Australia are apparently the only places left in the world.
The colony.
It's called the Colony and the the UFB, the United Federation of Britain, and the Colony in Australia. And there's a big tube, there's a big elevator that goes through the center of the earth every day that brings workers.
Big hole in the world.
Just a big hole. Which how long did that take to make? That's almost.
I don't even remember that, honestly.
That's like the whole.
I know that.
That's like the whole thing.
No,
It's like with the amount of money and effort it took to make a hole in the world that, like, essentially an elevator that can travel through the world, could they not have just made like a crane?
Or could they not have made a Mars colony? I feel like that's just as much, if not easier.
Exactly.
No, when I say I don't even remember that, I didn't even remember that like halfway through the movie, and then they brought it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's significantly less interesting than Mars.
It only exists to be an action set piece at the end of the movie. That's it.
It only exists to foreshadow the whole, like, you go zero gravity for a second in the middle of the Earth. It's like this will come up later. Like
this will be a cool. Can I just say this movie is so fucking Call of Duty? It's insane.
Yeah,
it's Call of Duty.
Everything about this, I just keep thinking about Call of Duty. They even Call of Duty even used that like 0G shootout stuff thing a couple times.
Yeah, like straight up that.
The music was Call of Duty as fuck. I think that was the main thing. Like it was so generic, like 2010 action movie.
Joseph would. This would be in the same DLC pack as our the Tenet Call of Duty. Well, because Tenet could totally be Call of Duty. Jack, have you seen Tenet?
I have, but I didn't see it since it came out.
We did an episode on it.
He saw it, and he will see it.
No, he's already seen it. He will be seeing it in the future. He'll see it backwards.
He saw it, and he lost it. Saw it backwards.
One of the things me and Joseph always come back to is like how it'd be so cool to make a Tenet video game, but it's not possible. Like you
You
need
just play the whole game in reverse.
you need
Yeah, we need consoles to be able to
go
predict
back
the
in
future.
time. I want somehow for there to be like a first person shooter where there's an inverted team and there's a non-inverted team, but that literally just can't happen.
Breaks the fourth dimension.
You just can't. My time travel quantum physics game studio. But anyway, okay, there's that difference. What else? The whole there's no mutants.
No Arnold.
There's no Arnold. There's no mutants. The core of this movie isn't about like mutants and it's more about the robots. It's more we're exploiting the poor people and we want to police them more by making more police robots.
So robots is where like just if you were mentioning how No Mars took you out or you turned against it. For me, it was the robots.
Yeah.
Instead of having like actual like fascists like working for a corporation up there, like you know, people like just immediate robot army. I'm just like, okay, so this is like every other sci-fi action movie I've seen. Got it, cool.
Everything in this movie was done better by some other movie.
Yeah,
every single thing.
Another we had mentioned earlier, but yeah, they combine the wife and the Richter character, where like the wife is more the primary henchman antagonist, like the primary physical antagonist. And then one more thing that is different, that's weird, that like I thought was something from the book, but it's actually not from the book, and I'm like, why even put that in there? The fact that like they did facial reconstructive, because Colin Farrell plays Quaid.
He used to be Ethan Hawke.
And he used to be Ethan Hawke. And like Ethan went during like the little like radio transmissions, it's like Ethan Hawke being like, "Yep, they surgically altered your face." What
that scene that goes on for a million fucking years of him talking to little Ethan Hawke head?
I thought the same thing too. That took like 5-6 minutes when it could have just been. I don't know. I feel like the scene with Arnold when he's talking to himself only took like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, quick. The first movie moves,
and the scene where the guy's trying to convince him he's still at recall both take a million fucking years.
Yep.
You know,
this movie's long. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
If I remember right, I don't think it's that much longer than the original. It's just the original's paced so much better.
Yeah, the original is just fun, and this movie is just not at all. It's deliberately like it took. You can tell it came out post Dark Knight because it's like trying to be like, what if we did it like dark and like
edgy,
gritty and grounded. But we were also cowards about it and constantly referencing the original movie. And, like, it's a reimagining of the original story, but it's still, like, a remake of the movie. Come on, guys. It's like, can you pick what you want to be? Can you make one creative decision movie?
Yep, I do like that Dark Knight. I do like that Dark Knight comparison. I mean, I hate it, but I do. But it makes sense.
Yeah, no, every movie of this time just had to be, like, a gray, serious. Like, I think this is also the time this is earlier than that. Like, the Jason Bourne Legacy came out the same year with Jeremy Renner. The same kind of like, we got to be like edgy. I think it's still like it's the tail end of like I think the 9/11 era of films where like everything just had to be serious. Like there could be no fun when it comes to action and violence.
What a fun thing, but not fun. That'd be cool.
But no, I was saying with the Ethan Hawke thing, it doesn't add anything.
No.
They really don't do much with it, like with the whole like changing his face, like
nope.
Like it
it's
doesn't.
Not even like a twist. It's like I guess they would do that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like, did they? Was it a thing where like they both tried out for the role and fucking the director liked them both? So it's like, okay, you get to be Hauser and you get to be Quaid.
Okay, I'll throw Ethan Hawke a pity role in my movie.
Yeah, it's like Oprah. Like, you get a role.
Yeah.
You get a role.
Also, Ethan Hawke had the easiest check fucking ever because he just had to sit and have his head be recorded. And just
Bryan Cranston for half this movie is just sitting in a studio.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bryan. Yeah, Bryan Cranston is Cohagen, which you'd think would be good casting, but he's really just how do I put it? He's a cartoon mustache twirling villain in this, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't match
the only good stuff there is just Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't match. All right, can I complain about the acting now?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's him and Bill Nighy. They feel like they're in a completely different fucking movie.
Yeah.
I think Bill Nighy an American accent.
Yeah, and a bad American accent. Like bad.
Distracting.
But it's just the thing is like Bryan Cranston. I guess he's like fine in the movie. As you said, he's basically just Heisenberg. But
Yeah.
why cast Bryan Cranston if you take away all of his charisma, all of what makes him a unique actor, and especially putting him in the role of Copenhagen. And Copenhagen in the original movie, like we're just gonna say the original movie. Like he's maniacal, he's insane, but
Yeah.
just the way that he presents his insanity is like, oh yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell
he
that this
just feels
guy's
like an asshole. Like he's just like a CEO.
yeah, he's a CEO, and you could tell there's the insanity of like trying to conquer Mars, like be a fucking psycho. And this guy's, and he's and Bryan Cranston, he's a megalomaniacal.
I kept laughing because it's like, why is the president essentially like just actually showing up to like all these places?
Yeah.
Like, in person and doing this to himself? Like what? And then he's also like really good at CQC for some reason at the end. Like why can the president fight so well?
Yeah, the only performance where I was like, I mean, we talked about Kate Beckinsale, but the only performance that stood out to me is like enjoyable, like generally good, is John Cho's little cameo.
And he's there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, just like all like because he matches. I guess he matches. He fits the vibe of how they present Recall in, at least this universe. His scene goes on for way too long.
It's like selling like a spiritual experience. Like
I actually really liked how the aesthetic of Recall itself, like the vibe of like it's more like a spa or like a.
Well, that's how you sell shit to rich people. You make it look all like mysterious and spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In general, well, I think the wider aesthetic is pretty generic. Yes. Once again, this is, like I said, I'm going to be the one to defend. Like, they did build like there is decent production design here. Like they built a lot of these sets. There's a lot of real stunts. Sure. There's a lot of real stunts going on. Like especially with Kate Beckinsale's character, like when her and Colin Farrell are like jumping across buildings and shit. Like she's smashing through windows and walls and fucking like sliding and doing the Black Widow moves and stuff.
Yeah, I mean this movie does really suffer about from like all like the really high quality like cyberpunk stuff that's come out since 2012.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes this movie just that much more boring because we've seen all this stuff done so much better in between. Like just Blade Runner 2049 makes this movie completely like pointless.
Yeah, it gave me Ready Player One vibes. I don't know, but like aesthetically, even I don't know. I'll see what you think of. I know you were I believe you were a big fan of the book. I remember talking about this in college.
Ready Player the One, the book. I've changed since then, Jack.
You have
my opinion on that book is a little different now. I think it was. Hey, it's good nerd porn. It isn't. I am a nerd, and I did indeed enjoy the thing. Like, oh, I remember Back to the Future. I remember this. I will.
War games.
I
remember Star Wars.
Remember Star Wars. I know. Will Wheaton's the president. Haha, that's so funny. Well, I will. Sorry, brief. Okay, a little thing on the Ready Player One movie. I actually think the movie is better than the book, only in that I think that Spielberg was able to pull a little bit of magic out at the end.
2 days that he was there.
Yeah. Like I think the ending of the Ready Player One movie, I actually thought like in the message that it was saying at the end, I actually thought was like super solid, and there was like some interest, and there was a little bit of magic, like I don't know, the part where like the Halliday's ghost or whatever, like the digital version of Halliday or whatever. Blossom, come here. One second, she's up now, so now I will show up Blossom. The digital version of Halliday. Blossom. No, she wants to leave. Okay.
No.
When they ask, Wade asks like, what are you? Wondering if he's alive or dead or whatever, and he doesn't even answer. He's just like, thanks for playing my game, type deal. I like the action. I think Kate Beckinsale was good. I think
I didn't like the action. I
too
thought
much
it was fun.
shaky cam.
That was the thing. Well, I remember the one thing I remember was seeing the trailer for this movie, and I remember seeing that thing where the camera is moving around, like in the million camera moves that are like
his
stitched
first
together.
shot when you get.
I thought all the action was gonna be like cool and experimental like that, and then like,
Mhm.
and it was just kind of really standard. And the way it was shot, it felt like it really wanted to be a Michael Bay movie, and the music felt like stand-in music,
like
YouTube
YouTube generic action music.
Yeah.
World
Like I
War III.
texted you while I was watching it, and I said like this feels like a fake action movie made for a sitcom or something. Like Troy and Abed would be watching this.
Word, yeah, exactly. Kick puncher.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
My punches had the power of kicks. Meta, what did you think of Total Recall? She doesn't know.
She liked it.
She has about as much to say for this movie that I do.
She liked the remake. You know what's best about
Yeah.
now? This folks, look at the dog at home.
Behold.
They cleaned her mouth. Her breath smells so much better, or like it's not as stinky. She was.
What's that, Meadow? Subscribe on Patreon.
Yeah, that's what they go to the Patreon, folks.
Wow. Meadow says subscribe on Patreon or she'll die.
Yep.
So
If you like dogs and you like pictures of women with 3 boobs, subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe.
That's all that's on there. 3 boobs.
3 boobs and
And a dog.
3 boobs and a dog. That's the new. We're changing the podcast name to.
It's the sequel to 3 Men and a Baby.
So
Yeah.
3 boobs and a dog.
I'm realizing the things I said were the only things I liked. Something I wanted to mention right now, just because I'm thinking about it. Yeah, as little chemistry as Quaid and Melinda had in the first movie, yeah, Jessica Biel has even less. It's weird, like she has less personality, but they give her character more. As far as like she's Matthias versus Quato. She's Bill Nighy's daughter. Like she's like the daughter of the leader of the resistance. But that also doesn't really go anywhere. That has no purpose. Like
Yeah, it's just kind of like the passing. It felt like a passing comment. It's just like, all right, let's.
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
Like if they cut that scene out, and then when Bryan Cranston references it later, the structure that's really it. Why is there weird filler? You know what I mean? It's weird filler.
This movie's
detail.
long enough. Like, why is it? And scenes go on forever. This movie needed an editor really bad.
Yeah, that's
I
actually
will say-
back to the daughter thing. I feel like that's worse. The fact that like maybe it's not like a nothing burger. It feels like it's worse because now it feels a little bit more like she's a revolutionary out of obligation. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that's just like, oh, this is what my dad's doing.
I
I
didn't
don't know.
choose this life. I just did what my dad did. He's a resistance nepo baby.
So yeah. So the cut of we watched. So assuming we all watched the same version, the extent
unrated edition.
Yeah, assuming we all watch the same version, that version is only 130 minutes. It's only a little over 2 hours. The original is pretty much exactly 2 hours. So these movies are around the same runtime, but this one does feel like it's a million years longer.
Yeah, it feels very long. I will say, God bless Colin Farrell's agent. Thank God he doesn't do these movies anymore. He's in the Batman, but he's in a way weirder and bigger role in this.
He's
He's actually
awesome
allowed to
in
like
Batman.
act now.
He's so fucking good in that movie.
Yeah, he's got his own show where he's on Aesthetics. I just watched The Lobster before this, which was
he's
funny.
great in The Lobster. Actually, he's great in all The Killing of the Sacred Deer. He's great in. Yeah, no, when he gets to be like a weirdo, he's good at being a weirdo.
Yep, he's built for it.
Yeah, not to replace Arnold. That is a weird casting. Ethan Hawke is an even weirder. I can't imagine Ethan Hawke doing any of this shit.
Ethan Hawke literally plays, as far as I'm concerned, he plays like nobody.
Yeah,
Because that's like the effect of Arnold being Hauser and being Doug. Like, if you think about it, like he's, I don't know, it doesn't feel like just a random guy. It's like, yeah, this is Hauser or this is Quaid. Like, I don't know, it adds to that. I hate what's the word? Duality. Or I don't know words. I don't know. It just doesn't hit it doesn't have the sauce. Can I talk about the one scene that I mentioned with the original Total Recall that I love that I hate with this one?
Yeah.
It's like it's the scene with the note, like in the original, how he like gets the name, like how he's like needs to access his safe, so he like writes the name just to make sure it's the note for him. In this movie, it's just like his thumbprint or I forget what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's no clever way to introduce like him leaving clues for himself. It's just like, all right, it's you. Put your finger here or put your eye here.
Everything's pretty on the surface.
Phoned this one in a little bit. like creatively too.
I think the closest thing to that in this movie, and I thought it was like the closest thing to like a sweet little character moment that like was a little bit of heart was when he finds out that he can play piano. Like
I did like that. I did like that part of the scene.
And he's like, "Oh shit!" And like you can see, like he's like, it's a cute little, like a little nugget of humanity. Like this movie is so cold. Like even the aesthetic.
That was
This movie
one
is
good idea that they had.
This movie is so cold. The world is so stark. Like the original,
So humorless and dour.
the original is so colorful. Like everything, even when we're on Earth, there's still like these like vivid splashes of color everywhere in costumes and like like signs and billboards and stuff.
They just brought everything down and didn't add anything. It was a subtractive process. They didn't add any. The only thing that they really added was the Earth elevator.
Yeah, the Earth elevator,
which I could honestly do without.
You know what I thought when they were fucking with it at the end? I thought that and this would have been fucking cool. Like she was like trying to open the doors, or whatever. What if he like opened it while they were in the middle and like let like the magma from the Earth's core come in or some shit?
Yeah, I thought
like,
they were gonna do something with that, with like the heat.
Yeah, throw somebody into the Earth's core. You know, like someone gets sucked out. Like that'd be sick.
Okay, the rest of the movie's that dumb. Why don't they just?
Damn, LC, you just had a good creative idea, which was not in this movie.
Nope, not a single one.
No, there could have been a lot of like, and it's a thing where it's like this goes. I say this all the time. Execution is all that matters when it comes to art. Like you can make art, you can make a movie about anything. Like Turbo is a movie about a snail that gets like hit with a bunch of nitrous and starts racing in NASCAR races, and it's excellent. It's all just like how you do it. And like this story, like Verhoeven got it. I don't even think it's necessarily a thing of like the source material like being good for Verhoeven. Like he's done a wide, not just sci-fi stuff. He's done like more horror centric like things and like things with like Basic Instinct. As far as like without any like mystical elements or whatever, or like something like Hollow Man, more of like a classic horror kind of thing. I always forget that he did Hollow Man.
Me too.
He did go a little overboard with the sexual violence in that one, though. He could have. He could have. He could have taken it back. Yeah. Although once again, another one where it's incredible effects. His movies always are always. True. He's a great director of amazing effects. You want to go? She's bothering me. Or she seems like she's bothered. What do you want to do? Now she's just standing there. What was I saying? So I'm trying to think anything else to say about Total Recall, the remake.
I literally have nothing else to say. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Don't watch it. Watch the original though. It's really fun.
Watch the original. Don't watch this one. Is it streaming on anything? It's not really streaming on anything.
I rent it on Amazon.
Yeah. I have this one on Blu-ray, but I feel like I don't see this one popping up. But yeah, watch the original. The original is a lot of blast, of fun.
It's a tough one for props.
I've been trying to think of a prop. Yeah,
can't think of a single. The hand phone.
The hand phone.
Yeah, he's got a little LED strips in his hand.
The hand phone was pretty.
Why do I even want that though? It's just like a string of lights. I don't know.
I feel like
I can't think of anything else.
That would cut the inside of your hand or something. There's no way.
Yeah, I need them to put it in the inside. Yeah, no, you'd feel that. You'd feel that all the time.
There's no way that those were comfortable when they were installed.
Yeah.
No, I mean you saw when he went to see what it's because it gets removed from his hand, right? Like he rips it out, gives it to some guy.
I mean, he removes it from his hand pretty easily.
Yeah,
I expected more of like a struggle. I think that was supposed to be.
No, that's the equivalent of the nose for sure.
Yeah,
but
it's
just a worse version. Yeah, everything.
Actually, you know what? Why wouldn't it be if you wanted to? If you want to still be a communicator, have it be like he has like a phone in his not like in his ear or something. I don't. Yeah, ear. Do the ear like if it's a.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, like in his somewhere in his face.
That's all I got because I want the phone, even though it's literally nothing. It's just like a string of LEDs.
I'm trying to think.
I'll do the bulletproof vest that his buddy's wearing because he imagined he would wear it. I don't.
Because that's what you want me to be wearing.
His imaginary bulletproof vest. Joseph, they do in the Zero Gravity scene. He flies around with a gun like an alien Romulus. I remember when that happened. I'm like, oh shit, did alien Romulus steal that from
Done
once
in both of those movies.
once again, a cool idea that is executed way better in a different movie.
Yeah, it is true.
I'm trying to convince. Fun fact. So I've been some of my coworkers from the dispensary I work at have been coming over to hang out and watch movies. I'm slowly collecting local friends to watch movies with, and I want to show them Alien Romulus.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that one's a fun crowd. It's
debate. Yeah,
that's a fun one to watch people watch, like especially the ending. But anywho, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of a prop for this. I want to have a prop. I was watching and I thought I had
the only prop in the whole movie.
I thought I had something in mind. The only prop that mattered, because everything else is just a generic gun or like a
guns that exist now, by the way, in Call of Duty even.
It's pretty. I would say maybe like a future car, because they made like a practical. But the future, they even look boring.
I mean, it's no Johnny Cab. It's no Johnny
like
Cab.
They ordered it off of like the Sharper Image or something.
I'm trying to think of something in the Total Recall like location. You know what I mean? Like was there something cool like in the shop?
All I remember is statues and pillars and shit.
And like lights. It's the only scene in a movie with any fucking color.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I'm literally just looking through looking through Google Images of this movie, and there is nothing. Maybe okay. Here it is. The little the hologram necklace, like the little hologram necklace. That's the only fucking thing I can think of.
They blue-balled us with the 2 weeks lady, and then they do something way less interesting, and they just have him be a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely way less interesting.
It's movies like this that make me appreciate movies that give a shit.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Just real mid.
Every now and then you gotta watch one that no one cared about. Remind you why you like movies.
Yeah. Minimum effort. But yeah, folks, that was our take on the.
Did Jack have a prop?
Mine
sorry.
Mine was the imaginary bulletproof vest.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because that's literally all I could think of. I couldn't think of anything else.
But yeah, thanks, folks. This is this has been Midnight Movie Gang. It's 8:49 p.m. Night Movie Gang. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And the dogs. Well, there'll be more dog. I got to put out more dog content.
Dog tents
in the future. We should do. But yeah, listen to those Total Recall. Next episode, we had talked about. So I realized I do want to do Kung Fu next. Fun. I do want to do so Joseph, I had talked to you before about Sammo Hung, who Jack. I don't know if you know who Sammo Hung is, but he's basically fat Jackie Chan.
Yeah, we talked about it.
He's great. And I was kind of waiting I wanted to watch. I recently bought a Criterion of one of supposedly his best movies, Eastern Condors, which I look, if you look up Sammo Hung's best films, this movie Eastern Condors shows up in a lot. And I watched it and I was kind of mid on it.
Damn.
And I was planning on introducing after the show. I'm like, no, because thus far I've seen 3 of his movies now. The one that we are absolutely we need to watch. We need to talk about Pedicab Driver.
Okay.
He plays a pedicab driver that gets into some hijinks, and it's wonderful. And fun fact about that movie, he fights at one point Lau Kar Leung, who is the director of some of the best kung fu movies ever that we've talked about on the show. He directed both the Drunken Master movies. He directed the 36 Chambers films, and he's a fighter himself. He was like an early fighter, and there's a fight scene with him in Pedicab Driver that's really fucking incredible. But yeah, no, I just got to figure out. We need to double feature with something else. I need to watch a few more Sammo Hung films, maybe, or I was thinking about doing same thing with Michelle Yeoh. I tried to watch Yes Madam, and I wasn't a fan of Yes Madam.
It didn't make the cut.
No, really, just because not that I can't talk about movies I don't like, but it's I feel like with I want to be excited to talk about the.
Yeah, you gotta have a strong opinion either way. Yeah,
martial arts films, yeah. But it'll be next episode is gonna be Pedicab Driver and something else. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do a modern. We'll do a modern martial arts because we talk about the old ones a lot. Maybe we'll pair it with something modern.
You seen the Grandmaster?
Have not. No.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's pretty cool.
It's a movie.
Yeah, we could do. Oh, maybe we could do Kung Fu Hustle. I rewatched that recently. Oh, that one was weird with Kung Fu Hustle. It has they peak early with the best fight scene in that movie. The best fight scene is early on, and then you're waiting for it to. get to that peak. But yeah, so thank you, folks. Let's just do another. Let's just watch The Raid again.
Let's just watch The Raid again. Just talk more about The Raid.
How good The Raid is. But yeah, folks, thank you so much again for listening. Check us out at midnightmoviegang.com. Go to the YouTube channel. Check out the video essays. I just put out the Michael Myers video essay. And people seem to be like, it's my longest. It took fucking forever. It's the longest one I've done. And to coincide, another reason with the martial arts film, the next one I'm planning is a kung fu video essay too. So it would all match together.
Hell yeah.
Hobby, thank you so much again, folks, and have a nice night, and goodbye.
Later.
So, here we go. With tireless frustrations and complexes, the police are searching for James Thomas, the leader.